So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
You go, hey, 59, ready. You got tight right there.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
59, ready. Check. No chance. Got it. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Kill. Check. Hey, 59, ready. Got it.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Next to score, Lions 13, Falcons 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
180. Check 53, smart. Yeah.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check nickel. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll... stop him behind the line. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of six.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
25. 11. 51,
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
22! Hey, first lane.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 54.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, express. Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, 3 down, 3 down.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3 down, 3 down.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded about a yard deep. Spins past him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to locate his running back. Open downfield. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
No, race, race.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Lions 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's get. One, two, stop. Zoom, zoom.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, I'm coming. He's crashed. Oh. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll drop the throw. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Mike Popo. Let's go, defense. 51, down.
Hey, Tuesday.
Undercut.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Romeo Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Gurley. And some room to run now. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Hey, Haywood.
Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 53 to 4.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You got nothing. Hey, Alpha. Mike 5-4. Get your swarm on.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards, the final tally. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Switch. 36. Watch the eye. Gun. Check 13.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll run it, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
20, 20.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Like they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Hey, switch gears, switch
39.
Alert flag, alert flag.
51, Sam. Hey, orbit. Good job, let's go, let's go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Hey, team, spill. Hey, white. Hey, Charlie. Gun. Go.
Ryan to throw. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jones has it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's just me and you.
Hey, wahoo! Gun. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Ready for that?
Ryan wants to throw it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Check.
Here's Ryan. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Atlanta, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.